10K blueprint. So you can get 10K a month, and I think it's the way you do it. It's the way that I'm doing it. The way it's worked for me, and I'm going to line you, kind of give you some more information what I'm doing, the psychology that I'm doing, and what's thinking. First of all, you need some coaching. Talk to me. Got a link in the description. Jump down there, book me, so you can have some consultation. We can go over some mindset, because to do this, you're going to need some mindset tweaking. So if you're profitable but you're not really profitable, or looking for another payout, or trying to get your first payout, and you know doing good in the accounts, but you want some expertise, some extra eyes, so you can help you on psychology, make sure you jump down in the description. I got you. Show you how I made 10K a month, and I can say that and did it, and show the case and improved it. And I'll tell you what I'm doing. But it's gonna take a mindset. It's gonna take a mindset shift that you need to be prepared for, and a lot of people are not built for it. So if you are engaged in this video, take some notes. And I like to lock me in for psychology, booking 1-on-1, so to help you identify and talk about why you can't do this if you're thinking, oh, this is not me, because you can. But let's talk about it. So what I'm doing, what I did, and what I thought about doing while I was inside the account, was this is pretty much this instance of, let's go ahead and fast track. If you're not passing accounts, there's a whole nother way of passing accounts. I'll probably talk about a whole nother video. If you're not passing accounts, nothing wrong with it. It's just psychology need to be shifted. But let's just say you passing accounts, or you idea like, okay, once I pass account, what's happening? So across 5 accounts, I got five 50K accounts, right? What I am doing, or what I thought about and doing, is simply this. You have $2,000 drawdown, correct? My brain was like, okay, let me just slow grow this and see what happens. So I was slow growing it, meaning I'm risking maybe 200 to 150 per trade. Maybe 250 was a big day. That was a big loss. That was a big loss. So 250, 300. I'm gonna lose no more than 300. But at 250, 200 range. And the idea was like, okay, I'm finna just try to pass the count, or get up in the count like this way, right? And eventually, after 1 week or 2 weeks of doing that, I had like 1,000, something like that. And I said, "Oh, dang, I got 1,000. I got 1,000 left." I said, "Okay, well, let me just not go big, right? They say build a buffer and stuff like that. Don't do that. I disagree with it. I say you keep slow growing it, and eventually it's going to pay off. Meaning, watch what I'm saying. It took me 2.5 weeks to get to 1,000. Because remember, I'm only risking 250, 200, and I'm also taking smart setups, right? I'm not even trading every day. I'm still trading, again, average week. You can go look at it, and you can see in the background, it's like a 290, 300, or 500. Like it's no crazy weeks. But it's consistent weeks, at least is that. And 2.5 weeks, I'll be up 1,000, right? Then after being up 1,000, I said, okay, so if I make 500 this week and then make 500 next week, that'd be another 1,000. Now some people don't want to look at it like that, because again, remember, I'm only trading at 250, 200, 250 a trade, or stop loss. So my wins are like 300 to 1-on-1, whatever, 1 to 2, whatever. The idea is basically this: at the end of the day, once I trade 2.5 weeks of getting to that 1,000, and then another 2.5 weeks, right? Stay with me. 2.5 weeks to get to the 1,000. You're at that 2,000 mark, 2,100, 2,200, wherever. It's probably something like that. And you automatically are accumulating winning days, because remember, you're getting that $250 win, $300 win, 150. You know what I'm saying? You're getting like $150 win. Like you already accumulating winning days, so that's already taken care of. And I ain't worried about. I am so not worried about winning days, because the way that I trade, it automatically makes me have a lot more trading days. See what I'm saying? So it's like I'm automatically doing the 5 winning days automatically. So once you get to that 2,000 mark, you gotta remember that, hey, you can take the payout now, or you can build a buffer. I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take the payout now, right? So that drops me back down to 1,000. So you took out 5,000, because across 5 accounts, take 1,000, and it drops you back down to 1,000. Here's what gets significant, and this is what gets very important. I said, wait, it took me a month and a half to build up the accounts. It took me a month and a half to get to that 5,000, the 2,000 mark, and I took $1,000 across all accounts, right? That's me starting from zero. Very important. That's me starting from zero. It took me a month and a half from zero to get to 2,000, and now I dropped back to 1,000. So my brain was thinking, I'm like, if it took me 2.5 weeks, a month to get to 2,000, then now my brain, I'm working with this as 1,000. You probably like, well, what can you just work 1,000? That's kind of, yeah. I remember I changed my risk up so much. It's like I'm only risking 200, 150 a trade. So is it possible that I blow a account? Absolutely, you blow a account anytime. But I'm just saying, like, at least if I'm only risking 150 to 200 per trade, that gives me like 4, 5 trades that just all have to go out of my favor, which is very possible. It's like, and I'm picking right setups. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel very confident I can get a couple wins out of that account. So with that being said, when you look at it from the overall, like, thinking, the way my brain was thinking was like, I don't even need 2,000, 3,000. I just need to make 500 this week, then 500 next week, 300 this week, then 300 this week, and then maybe I make. You see what I'm saying? Like, I make 300 1 week, 300 1 week, and then 500 the other week. Right? That's 3 weeks, or 3 weeks, or maybe 2.5. Give and take how much training days. With that being said, remember I just got a payout 2.5 weeks ago. At the end of the day, even though it does not, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Even though the 10K didn't come out like just one payout, my brain's thinking like, I don't really care if it's 5K. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if it's 5K March 23rd and then 5K April 10th or April 11th. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't. You don't care. I don't care. Your bank account don't care. Bills don't care. Life don't care. All we know is within that time span of that March, wherever, March 20th. I mean, and then you take 30 days from that, or 25 days in that case. 25 days from that, you got another 5K coming out. That's a 10K month. Period. Point blank. Period. Within that day, that time frame, you got a 10K payout with that 5K and that 5K. So at the end of the day, in my mind, it's like it don't even matter. Like, no one cares. So I started thinking about doing like that, and we accomplished it. We accomplished it, and that's what we was like. My brain was thinking like, so whenever I'm doing the payout and stuff like that, I'm just thinking, my brain was like, okay, let's rerun the idea again. I'm gonna go for $400 to $500 a week, and then within 2 to 3 weeks, up in there again, give or take, right? Give and take. That's another. You see, so I'll just, but the game has changed to where it's like, I'm just gonna try to get 500 a week. That's it, across 3 accounts or across 5 accounts. I mean, that's straight. And then next week, if I do that again, that's close or getting to the payout. Again, just keep my risk small is going to be the biggest thing that I need to worry about. Well, not worry about, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep my risk small and allow myself to get winning days automatically, because I'm only winning a $300, $250 trade. So it's like, simultaneously, while I'm trying to get the payout, while I'm trying to do this, I'm automatically doing the other thing I thought I was supposed to be doing. And some days I just go in and I'm like, I'm just going for a $150 trade. That's all I'm going for. I'm just going for one day. You know what I'm saying? The next day I'm like, all right, I might go for a $200, $300 trade. And I'm just telling myself, you gotta remember, I started off with 1,000. So it's like, that $300 is huge. That 300, 400, that's huge. Because across all 5 accounts, that's cool. It's about keeping your risk small. And you can see in the background, I've been keeping it on here the entire time. Where you can see, like, hey, you got some really small losing days, but I got my winning days. It's just like, it's cool. Like, it's clearing up all that majority of times. And that's what I'm, like I said, it's kind of like the biggest thing, or because it's just April, then I had a little bit of that last week of March, but you can see like the consistency, at least for me personally, this makes a lot more sense than trying to build a buffer. Because I tried building a buffer, and I tried getting to that 2,000. Then once you get to 2,000, then you go big, right? You risk 500 per trade, and it's like that. Me personally, I did that, and I lost that one trade, and I was like, bro, like, I now not payout eligible or wherever, and then it's like, bro, you see, and then it's like, bro, and then 500 is like, bro. Now I'm just thinking like, okay, I got to build myself back up. So that's what happens when the way I was doing it, and that's why I like this way. Because even if, of course, you don't want this, but even if you blow the account at the $1,000 mark, even if that happens, you already secure a payout. So you know what I'm saying? For me, my psychology was even better after I took that first payout, because it's like, all right, I pay myself out, so let's just see if we can rerun this again. And then if I do it, it'd be 10K a month. And if I don't, well, I already took the payout. So it's like, it is what it is. So my psychology was much better than me being up in the account, being up 2,300, haven't took the payout yet, and tell myself, man, I could really take the payout right now, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to keep on going for that 4K, Or I'm going for it to be 4K so I can take out 10,000 all at once. And then I take a loss, and then it's at 1,800. I'm like, bro, like you see what I'm saying? Like it's just like little things, it's psychology stuff like that. And again, for me, it was more helpful to just go ahead and take the payout, and then allow myself uh, to get back to that 1,000. That's where I can just look at it and break up that 1,000, being 500, 500, and then I'm accumulating win days by default. And this way of looking at it. The last way I will say this is do this. Very important. Very important. I'll trade when you get zero with the account. You got a new fresh account, right? Trade like you have $1,000 in that account, because what's going to I know it sucks. I know it is. It did take me the first payout took a month. I can go back. I don't know what it is. It's like a month and a half. It took me a while. And I kept telling myself I need to keep practicing this way though. You gotta keep practicing that way, because at one point, if you do this way I'm telling you, when your account gets back to that 1,000, you already like you're mentally like, you know what, I'm already. I just got to keep. Literally, I just need to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I never have to like oscillate, where it's like I go big and then go. You know what I'm saying? Go big now. Go big. I don't. I literally just every day I'm doing the exact same thing, building up, building up. Oh, you got to pay out. Every day I'm doing the exact same thing. Pay out. Doing every single. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing every single time, because I'm training myself to always trade with this type of capital in mind, of like having that $300 to $400, 500, $300 to $500 win. Somewhere up in there. I'm cool. I'm crisp. I'm not. You don't got to tell me nothing. No talking. I don't got to hear nothing, because if I'm 300, 500, that means I just need two more $300 trades. I just need. You see what I'm saying? Like I just think about that. One $300 trade, another $300 trade, and then one more 300. That's 900. If I start from 1,000, you see what I'm saying? That I just need. I just need a winning day of 150, and then like I'm literally maybe one day away from having a winning day. So maybe the next day I lose like $80 or 150, and then I hit. You see what I'm saying? I just feel like it's better. But my psychology was much better. For everything I was thinking, it worked for me mentally. And like I said, no one told me to do this. God gave me this idea. It didn't come from, you know what I'm saying? It didn't come from me, as in like someone I got this information from watching something like that. I just literally was like, this fits me. This is what I'm gonna do. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know if anybody's doing it, but this is the way I'm gonna do it. And I literally still wanted the 10K a month. So I like the goal, like the vision, like the idea, and I was like, dude, I can still do this, and if I can still do it this way, then I'll do it, right? So that's what happened, and that's literally the psychology. So I feel like it's a paramount switch, or a paramount switch mindset, because you're not told to do this. You're told to absolutely not take that, and you don't have a buffer, and you got to build a buffer. And I'm like, well, yeah, if you overtrade, if I just build my buffer off of my $1,000 is my buffer. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm making $1,000. That is my buffer. That is my account. And if I can trade correctly, meaning risk management wise, then I feel like, let's do it. Let's do it. So that's what the mindset was. So I hope that really helped. I hope that helped mindset wise, or not even mindset. I think it helped understand the psychology of the way I was risking the account. Because it's not done that way, and I don't know who's doing it like this. But I feel like it's beneficial. It's working, and it is working, and it did work, and I'm going to continue to try it and do it this way. And just keep on doing it this way. So, any questions, leave down in the comments. I'll be glad to answer, and also Discord, feel free to ask me. But like I say, you need some coaching to get yourself to see what I'm saying. See why you may need the coaching, because it's going to take a big shift in mindset. Because some of y'all trying to bite off more than you can chew, and you risking yourself. You risking heavy a lot of your times when you don't need to. Because I think a slow building account is going where you're gonna grow it. And don't rush yourself, man. Because what's the time? Where you gonna be next month? You're gonna be doing the same thing. What next month after that month? You're gonna be doing the same thing, right? So it's like you're gonna have to lock in at some point. So you might as well just lock in with something, a built system that's gonna keep you safe. Because if you risk an account like this, you're always gonna keep the account. It's very likely for you to keep the account, because you are slow growing. So it's going to be hard for you to lose the account, which is a good thing, right? And then the only thing you're gonna have to do is isolate when the days you need to go big on. And that's what I've been working on, right? 8:30 Redfall News. I'm not gonna get into this. But yeah, that's just a little bit of psychology, a little bit of how I'm trading. That's how I got the 10K in a month. And any questions, any concerns, or just drop them down in the comments. Let me know. And I want to help everybody, help as many people as I can. And I think this is a great way of segue of a 10K blueprint, right? Lock in, y'all. Let's lock in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. Made the video long. Sorry, long. I'm out.